Hello, this is Hamster, and I'm currently on my DD. This is Hamster. So this is going to be a feedback video to some scrub druid I saw in raids saying DD damage, Dagger was garbage and all that. Now there's a big difference between, Dagger Thief, as you can see here, uh, and a Staff Thief, or Staff DD. Main reason is that only reason that staff is actually, well, not only, but the main reason staff doesn't hit hits higher than Dagger. A couple factors. One is this trait here, staff master. So when you're not full endurance, you get 10% damage, which is pretty freaking good. That's a lot of damage. That is similar to, I would say, like 400 power, 400 extra power, anything like that, something along those lines. Now, another thing is endurance. You get a lot of endurance per use of staff skill, as you can see all here with the staff master. Now, what I'm going to simulate is perfect or near perfect rotations with a staff and dagger on realistic boons. As you can see here, boons and buffs, all the stuff that you can basically keep on permanently on a team during a raid or fractal scenario, and all the buffs and stuff that you can sort of almost kind of maintain. Do notice that I do only have 3 Grace of the Land stacks, only 3. Okay, reason being is that, not permanently druids or 2 druids. Well, you can alternate 2 druids between healing and all that, but either or, too much effort. So we're gonna go with 3 Grace of the Land stacks, and no signets or anything from the healer, because again, those don't last forever. Reason it's 3 here instead of 4, 5, whatever. Simulate Grace of the Land and the Glyph of Empowerment from the Druid. Okay, so that's going to be 3 Grace of the Land, 3% outgoing damage over time. As you see here, I did some DPS testing myself, 4 million HP Golem and all that whatnot. Big numbers here on a 1 million HP Golem, right here. Boom. Alright, that's 1 million, that's like an initial spike, whatever, etc. So we started off with 30k damage, all this stuff. Right? You can see a trait line differs. With staff, I usually go with side strike, okay? Because it does hit a lot, it does hit often, etc. You don't want to, fail a crit. With DD, I mean, pretty much I'm at 100% right now, due to the fact that I have Keen Observer. That takes me up to 99.66, which in turn will scale all the way up to basically 100%. Okay, same stuff here, same trait line, no quarter, and we're gonna have practice tolerance, ferocity. All this stuff kind of stays the same. What you can do is you can also do dagger training instead of mug, which will increase our damage. Okay, because we're not honestly, you don't need steel. You don't don't really need endurance as a DD thief unless you're evading everywhere and whatnot. So we'll go ahead and put on dagger training because we are running daggers. So critical chance 32%. Now that sounds a little bit, but you're on freaking daggers, man. You're critting like a motherfucker. You're critting everywhere. Mug, I suggest you take Mug with the staff because it's the only kind of logical trait line unless you want to do needle trap, whatever. Okay, and then reveal training is a definite must-have for dagger because you're going to be in cloak and dagger often enough, and you're going to be stealth and you're going to be revealed. So that increases your power by 200. You can see here, I'm almost max power because this thief is kind of maxed out 5 plus 9 infusions plus 5 plus 9s. Dagger sadly does not have it. Everything else is pretty much, on the verge of getting maxed out. I do love running fractals and stuff, and thief, poof. Now do note that I am in Marauder's gear here. Okay, I'm not in Zerker gear for these tests, so I am losing or missing quite a bit of damage. So let's go ahead and switch to Zerker's setup. You can see. Went up a little bit in power, ferocity went up also, but my crit chance dwindled. Okay, so I want to do this simulation with 100% crit. Only way to do that, I guess, would be to switch food, but I don't really want to do that because I lose power. So I'm running at 90 whatever percent. That being the case, I'm going to go ahead and put side strike instead of flawless strike here. Okay, I do lose 7% crit damage increase. Actually, no, that's not even a factor. Yeah, so we're going to go with side strike because you want that 100% crit chance. So here, right now, we're at 100% crit. Okay, I am on Zerkers. But the staff here is going to be, well, the staff is going to be also Zerker, so we're going to go and put that Zerker staff on. Okay. Now, first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to do it. There's honestly no trait line here that'll pertain to DD. I'll just go ahead and put Escapist Absolution for that con removal when you evade an attack, because you do have 3 evades on the setup. Now, rotation is going to keep you permanently almost full evades anyway. Same utility skills as the staff on DD, okay? So we'll go ahead and summon an enemy golem, target size. Let's deal with 1 million first. And we're going to give it all the conditions, okay? Do note that these conditions aren't going to tick, okay? That bleeding, that whatever, it's not going to tick. It's just going to trigger whatever we have. I think a thief does more damage to poison. There it is, exposed weakness. The thing with this is you're always going to have conditions anyway on the mobs because the team's going to be spamming skills and whatnot. So first thing I'm going to do is always start with my evade. Okay, we're going to have Bounding Dagger. Okay, I know I didn't do a DD rotation video yet, and I don't plan on doing it because it's so stupid simple. Really, all you have to do is Cloak and Dagger, evade, so that you have Bounding Dagger and you also have Revealed Training at the same time. Now, what's iffy is over time, you're not going to have enough initiative. All right, to offset that, you want to do more auto attacks, like 2 auto attack chains and do a Cloak and Dagger or whatnot. But for me, I'm going to just kind of spam it as often as I can, try to keep both up as much as I can, okay? Try to keep, that damage out there. Here we go. I'm going to do a quick, maybe 1 or 2 DPS test on DD, for DD. Or DD. Here we go. So I'm going to start with an evade. Immediately go into the backstab and go and put off all my utility skills. As you can see, Bounding Dodger and all that went away, so I'm going to keep it up. As you see, that poison actually helps a little bit with our overall DPS in the long run. And you might see me miss a couple of these attacks and stuff without the buffs, but the only reason I'm doing it is to kind of maintain my initiative. Keep it high, per se, alright? Keep that initiative a little higher than not. And as you can see, I did that without food. I think it expired. Let's go and try that again with food. Alright, 1 million HP golem. Reason being, what the HP of the golem of the test subject doesn't really matter, because 1, you don't have any spike skills. You're maintaining the same rotation throughout. It's not like an Ellie where you have meteor shower or whatever. It's kind of like, it's got different factors. It can hit, miss, whatever. Here it's the same thing. Your DPS is basically straight the same. So yes, DD, DD. Alright, so this is with the food, okay, with our little 8% damage moving food. Okay, do note that these are not max food. This is not a rid of power or strength. This is not a seaweed salad, but we're still going to push the damage a little higher. And what? We can. So again, rotation. Try to keep that damage up. Try to evade and all that. Try to maintain your evades, because again, I think the dagger charges it up pretty quickly. Auto attacks and stuff. You can see our evade bar is pretty full. So again, the numbers are consistent. Alright, 30k almost starting DPS. It tapers down to around almost 27k, and still close to that 27k margin. Again, this is realistic buffs. Okay, we're not gonna overdo it like all the other people on YouTube and stuff, and put like all the buffs in the world, etc. Alright, these are realistic. This is what you're gonna encounter in raids and stuff. Realistic scenarios. So we don't have Alacrity. Alacrity would up this by a little bit, maybe 1,000 or ish. Okay, it's not really a lot. So a good starting spike. Okay, that's your damage, etc., etc. So you're doing around 27k damage. Now let's do that again on staff this time. all the conditions. Again, don't really matter. Now staff, similar stats. Okay, full Zerker ascended with +5/+5. The only difference is this is ascended with +5s. This is we'll say an ascended and exotic, but there's no +5 infusions on this. So we're missing about maybe 30 power gap, maybe between the two. There we go. Again, we're gonna evade first and do a whole rotation as shown on the video on my YouTube channel, how to staff. So DD staff 1. Again, this is not gonna be perfect rotations. It's gonna be kind of close to it. You can see I'm really not getting a lot. This is the normal traits. Sorry, normal damage. As you can see, my staff 2 did not hit that often. I missed a couple instead of 3, I hit 2. So this is the damage on staff. Now, do note that we did have this trait turned off. So we're going to go and turn it on. Okay. And again, the traits are all the same. We're going to have Mug here just in case. We're a little bit of damage, but not too much. And again, all the damage traits are going to be the same. This is going to be a comparison. Okay, now we have realistic stuff, etc. I'm going to repop my food just in case I forget later on. Okay, so this is where realistic staff damage, we changed the trait lines that we needed to, Mug and all that. Okay, so we're going to do a little 10% more damage. Now 10% is a lot, I said. But the thing is, we don't have revealed anymore. Okay, so we're going to do the damage and go for it. Again, I'm not going to put up perfect rotations. I haven't played Daredevil in quite a bit, actually. So. As you can see, really good damage start. Alright, so not perfect rotation wise. Let's see, our starting is 32. Okay, it's about a 2k gap. Okay, secondary damage tapered down to 28,000. Okay, and then DPS from the third damage 27.1. Then it starts going up because of our trait. Again, we do 50% more damage or 20% more damage when they're 50% HP. Okay, so let's take this number. Okay, these numbers, you can copy paste it, whatever. 32, 28, 27, 28, 20, basically 28. And let's compare this. So 32, about, 2k gap, 2.5, 3k. And this is, what, 28? 1,000 gap. Okay. This is also 1,000 gap, or not even. Right? Very close. Not even 1,000 gap. And then this also. Okay. So, as you can see, the damage between Staff and Dagger, Daredevils, it's really not a lot of difference. I'll be honest right now. Really not a lot of difference. Okay. Main deciding factor, again, would be player skill and whatnot. Both will work. Both can work. Okay. Honestly, doesn't matter which. It's up to player skill. But you can see, a little easier doing the Dagger, in my opinion, due to the fact that this thing has a big factor. Because if you only hit 2 out of 3, then of course the damage is going to be similar to DD. But if you hit that third one with weakening charge, on the target mob or whatever, on the boss, on whatever, then you're gonna have a little bit more damage. Okay, you're gonna get that extra 2,000, 1,000 damage. As you can see, one of these by itself, weakening charge, was hitting 30,000 damage. Around the end of this golem. Same stuff, same buffs, etc. So, I would say on smaller target mobs, smaller target mobs, I would say DD would be, I would say, a better option. Okay, unless you needed all the extra evades from Vault. Okay, and you wanted extra endurance. Okay, but other than that, damage is basically kind of the same, minuscule difference. All right, again, it's up to player skill and how the players maneuver around, get out of the mechanics, etc., and not get killed, and push out their rotations. How aggressively the player play style is. So for that dude who said, I don't know, I think something about DD thieves being useless because they're on staff, you can go suck a dick. Because you don't know shit about the class, about thieves. You're probably one of those copy and paste scrubs who just, some dude, some semi-famous, I don't give a shit, says, oh, this is the best build, blah, 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 and you fucking run it without knowing shit. Hats off to you. You're a scrub bitch, and you need to learn how to play classes before judging them. Now, granted, I was not a thief during that run. I think I'm going to up this video around the same time the other one was, but I was an Ellie, so pushing out damage, doing a how to Ellie video on a raid boss. You should watch it. I think I'm going to link it here in the comment section or, the info section. Ellie Gorseval, pretty intuitive. I mean, a lot of Ellies you see don't really do the stuff I do on the bosses. They lose some damage, etc. And I think we did push quite a bit of damage. I think mainly because of me and putting out all those rotations. Because all I saw was Lafont, auto attack, and meteor from the other Ellies, to be honest. So push out your damage, push out your rotations, and have fun killing stuff out there.
Alright, now we've booted up, let's do some damage. A little laggy due to, I'm currently saving a video, but here we go. think it's a bad move on my part. Bad start. Again. Darn, was reading that message.
Welcome. Feel free to approach the console and begin combat practice. If you have any questions, I'm all ears.
Bad start on that one. That's what Thieves Skill does, actually. Here we go. Actually, shoot, let's do that again.
if you have any inquiries, come speak to me.
I did fuck up a bit, but yeah, well.